My computer has issues when I try to record and stream at the same time, it seems. It just will not do it, no matter how many times I try. So welcome to today's fun and exciting episode, hopefully fun and exciting, of Illusion and Intrigue, where our party is going to probably find that life just keeps on keeping on, and their history might catch up with them. Oh wait, that's what it did last week. Lots of history caught up to people. So last week, Ra was caught out by his old captain. They had a long private discussion in his room, which ended with him not being killed by his captain and or getting in a fight with his captain. So that was good. Bard was a snitch who told the captain where to find Ra as he was happily, merrily playing down in the tavern when the captain asked him, "Oh, hey, have you seen a guy with a bunch of tattoos?" And Bard said, "Yeah, of course. He's one of my friends. He's right upstairs." And she said, "Thank you," and headed upstairs, at which point Gretchen turned herself into an old lady to try to distract her, which didn't work very well. But she did make it in to see Ra. They talked. Things happened. Ra is now a spy, as it were, for his ex-captain. Meanwhile, or no, then they all went to bed.
Yep, sleepy sleep.
Yeah. And then the next day, they went to go see Jean, who is their contact at the palace, and had a conversation with him about the fact that they had lost the woman who had let in the soldiers, and talked to him for a while. And at one point, Gretchen asked him whether he'd heard anything about her family, and found that, yes, indeed, her family is in the local gossip mill, as her probably, although Jean didn't know, but the rumors have gotten out, probably due to Gretchen's ex, maybe, affianced that she's run away from, let out that Gretchen's mother had had an affair at some point, and her brother is actually not a full-blooded brother. So there is that. I don't remember. Did anything else happen last week? It was sort of a shorter session.
Yeah, and then we left off where Gretchen going to her old apartment.
Oh, right. So they were going to go back to Gretchen's apartment.
Mm-hmm.
The only other thing that happened is Ra looks like a gentleman now. And Duncan can't get over it because
sweet clothes that are a little
so incredibly out of place.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Am I with everybody at this point, or am I still at the tavern bar thing?
I don't even know where I am. I left a little early.
We didn't go much longer.
I don't think we really said, but we can probably say you were
probably not
along with you guys
when you went to Jean's, because that would have been a whole thing.
Yeah.
But maybe they dropped by and picked you up on the way to Gretchen's house?
Or I thought we only had like two people coming with me to the apartment.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, because we had Cal and Ra.
Right.
That's, yeah. And, yeah. Because Cal wanted to go and pop by the herbalist shop afterwards.
So maybe not. Maybe Duncan, you headed back to tavern. Met up with
to go meet Bard, and then they went to her apartment.
Yeah.
Because I care less about her family politics. I don't want her to be upset, but beyond that.
Yeah. So if we pick up I'm trying to put my mind back in there. It's been a week, you guys. I'm exhausted and in a lot of pain today. So
So
we'll see how long
go
we
over
go.
some Yeah, quick introductions of who we are as characters.
Oh, yeah. Thank you. So let's introduce ourselves now that we've talked about everything everybody's been doing. Starting with Ra, or Stuart, or whomever.
Hi, I'm Stuart. I play Ra, who is a sailor with a bunch of tattoos and brown hair, which is uncommon in this part of the world.
And I guess we're going to skip Amanda because she is having a late writing instruction and may or may not make it today. And move on to Chris.
I'm Chris, and I play Bard the Bard.
And Elizabeth.
Hi, I'm Elizabeth. I play Gretchen, the wild magic sorcerer.
Josh.
And I'm Josh. Yeah, seeing as everyone else has introduced himself, I guess it's my turn. I play Duncan. Duncan's a ranger who grew up not too far from Vivian's, the town that we're in right now.
And
They very much look like I came from here.
Yeah. And I'm Garrett, and I'm your DM, who may or may not be remotely on the ball today. We'll find out. Okay, so Gretchen is knocking at her door. Cal is there as a silent partner.
Yes, yeah. I mean, we can have a stand-in for Cal. One moment, please. Okay, Cal, stand in.
Cal turns into a cougar. Maybe not. That might be a little weird.
That might be a little weird. A little weird. Yes. Okay. So Gretchen knocks at the door. Yeah.
Okay. There is a pause, and you start to wonder, like, is anybody home? What's going on? And then the door flies open, and your little brother is there. And he looks like he has been crying. He looks like he's actually just, like, running out of the apartment. He kind of, like, runs straight into you.
And she just gives him a hug.
And he doesn't really seem to realize who you are for a minute, and he sort of struggles to get away. And then eventually sort of figures out, like, oh, it's you. And puts his arms around you. And you realize he's, like, getting tall. He's, like, almost as tall as you now. And, like, this is, you haven't hugged him for a while, but he's taller than you remember. And he just starts crying again. Where have you been? It's just everything's... Did you know? I have to go. And he starts struggling again.
Simon, let's go together, okay? Let's get you some food. Let's go somewhere and go talk about this, okay?
Go. And he just darts down the hall.
And Gretchen darts after him.
Simon. I'll tell you more. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to cause or hurt you.
You knew? You didn't tell... You knew and you didn't tell me?
Yeah. That's why I was...
And George is mean, and you should not marry him, and he is the worst.
I know. The reason why I was supposed to marry him was because of this. And
He's not... Was it his dad? I can't... And he just walks away again.
Gretchen's
picking up it. Simon, let's go ride horses.
And I want food. You said we were going
about
to eat something.
Okay, let's food and then ride horses and talk about this.
Where?
Uh, let's go through this tavern. I know where it's at. And I'm gonna just take him to the tavern that we've
We
been
don't
staying at.
get to go to taverns.
I know.
But what
And
if somebody
because-
sees me there?
They're probably not gonna see you there, and if they see you there, then
I'll fight them.
yeah.
Oh,
What's up, kid?
hi. Who are you?
Friend of your sister's.
Yeah. This is Ra.
What's up?
Hi.
I'll
Why are you
stuff
here?
a flask towards him. We've been working together. We'll catch you up, but here, have a drink, and I'll hand him my flask that has water in it because I always carry one of those.
He looks at it and like he knows it's a flask. And he looks at you and he looks at Gretchen. And he
I
looks
just
at you
pat him
again
on
and
the
he
back
opens it
real
and
quick.
takes a drink really fast. That's just water.
It's not just water. Well, it is just water, but it's not. Just have a drink. You'll feel better.
He takes another drink and then gives it back to you.
Okay. So, when did the news come out?
I don't know. I found out this morning.
Oh,
Mom told
Okay.
me that I couldn't go to see my friends because they knew something about me, and so she had to tell them or tell me, because then if I didn't know, then they would know and they would tell me and it would be worse, and it really couldn't have been worse if they
Yeah.
told me. And Dad's not my dad, and I don't know who my dad is because Mom wouldn't tell me, and she told me I have to just keep pretending that Dad is my dad because otherwise I don't even know, just I have to, and I don't want to see him, and I don't want to see her, and I don't even know if you're even my sister. Like, who knows anything anymore?
I'm your sister. It doesn't.
What if you're not? What if you're not my sister?
We share the same mother.
How do you know? What if Dad had an affair and they had a baby and he decided the baby had to come live with him?
I don't know. I don't know. I'm. It doesn't matter if you're not blood related to you. I'm still your sister. You're still my brother.
But you're not, maybe.
Yeah, but that doesn't matter. You're my brother. I've known you all your life.
Just one sec. I don't remember how to do things.
Do.
Okay. Anyway. Sorry, trying to remember how to work Twitch.
I've known you all
Yeah,
my life.
doesn't matter. Okay.
Yeah. I've known you all my life. You're still my brother. I found out about the news today, too.
You said you knew.
I knew the news that that terrible person George had threw those secrets out in the open.
But why?
I knew before.
You were gonna marry him. He was like a part of our family.
Yeah.
Why would he do that to me? Now I'm a
'Cause he's a
bastard,
big-
and all my friends will know I'm a bastard. And I don't even know what that means. It just means it's bad, and maybe I'm not part of the family anymore. And what's my last name? I don't even know my last name anymore.
I'll tell you more. Let's. How close are, like, how much longer till we get to the tavern? Roughly.
A couple minutes. You're not that far away.
Not far. I'll tell you all I know when we get inside, okay? I know who your father was.
But you're
Or
not going to
is.
tell me either?
No, I'm gonna tell you. You're my
You
brother.
are?
You need to know. Yes.
Okay.
Okay. We'll get you some stew, and we'll go, and I will share a ale with you. And
But
yes, I know you're young, but this is a traumatic time, and we don't have to drink wine all the time. We can drink other things as well.
we can.
Yes. And I can tell you all the things I've been doing and the reason why.
You've just been gone for so long.
I know. I saved the queen.
I didn't.
Yes.
Mm-mm.
I was.
You're just
I was
a
in the
you're
room.
just a merchant girl.
No. No. I have
What'd you do? Buy her wine?
No. I let her know who was attacking the castle in the middle of that there was going to be an attack in the middle of the night.
Everybody knows about the attack.
But did you know about the attack a week before it happened?
No. If you knew about what? I don't understand.
I'll tell you more later. Okay.
Okay. And you guys get to the tavern. Bard, are you... I mean, it's morning still. What would you be doing in the morning?
At this point, I'm probably working on a first draft of a horror story that is eerily similar to The Island.
Sure. Are you helping him,
Except
Duncan,
in
or
this
just
one,
doing your own thing?
People die, and so it's a lot more.
A lot
There's a
gorier.
lot more blood and gore, and people die, but it's to everyone who was there. It's pretty identifiable that it's the story that we did.
Is this happening in the tavern right now as we walk in?
Yep.
Oh. Okay, Simon, you'll sit here. I'm gonna go get us some food and an ale to share, okay?
Is Ross staying here too?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm already sitting down with him.
Okay.
Oh. How old is this kid? How old does he look?
He's like 13, 14-ish. So he's in that kind of like, he's preteen. 13, yeah.
I don't think
12, no,
he's 13 officially.
12.
Yeah, I thought he was like
12.
12.
He was 12. Sorry, I don't remember. He could look like he's 14, but he's 12.
Cool.
How do you know
Okay.
Gretchen?
Oh, we wound up working together for the last month or so.
How?
We so I was working in town here, and we wound up. Actually, we just bumped into each other, and then wound up taking a job together with some other folks like these guys. Well, him, and we met him later, but
Oh, yeah.
yeah, and so
That's
we
a
worked together.
Farmer or something. Why
Yeah.
would you work with
Yep.
him?
Because we had a job to do, and we were the ones available.
Sound pretty good.
Yeah, so that's
We
Duncan.
kind of help each other. Yeah.
Yep.
Anyway, here, and I'll give him the
And-
other flask I have.
He just looks at you suspiciously like, it's just water.
Okay. And then I'll just let him hold it until he decides to drink from it.
Okay.
And keep going. But yeah, so we did a little work in town here, and then wound up going on a trip to go. Well, we found out that the whole thing was going to happen, like she was telling you,
Mhm.
and so we kind of
But
saved
why were
everybody.
you working together? Gretchen has a job.
Yeah, but it's not that.
I mean, this paid
exciting.
really well, so
It-
I also don't know what her other job was, but it doesn't matter. This one was a lot of fun. Well, some of it was fun.
Yeah.
What were you doing? You just left. Mom and Dad didn't know where you were. Or Mom didn't know where you were, and that guy who's kind of not really my dad didn't know where you were. And George didn't know where you were. Nobody knew where you were.
I know. I should have let a few more people know that I was leaving.
And then George just kept getting more and more mad when Mom and Dad couldn't tell him where you were. And he thought that you ran away and didn't want to marry him anymore. And Mom and Dad kept saying that, no, you were just visiting our brother. But then we got word from our brother, and you weren't visiting him. And so we didn't know where you were. And so then George got really mad because you were gone. And then I guess he said the things, and now you're back. Really?
Kind of.
Now?
I know.
You
The
couldn't
whole
come
time
back 3 days ago?
Sorry. I was selfish. But I was selfish, Simon. I'm sorry. I caused you and everybody else a lot of pain. I just felt like I had an opportunity to be an independent woman and not have to rely on someone else to bring honor to her family.
Well, our family's not very honorable now.
Welcome to the club, kid.
Yeah.
What's wrong with your family?
My family is.
Everything is wrong with my family. Well, I mean, I don't really have a family. Actually, wait. How old are you? I think I lost my dad about the same time. Same time you just found this out. I mean, mine left, but I've been able to track him down. So I don't know.
Why'd he leave?
I don't know. He was working, left, said he was going to go get a shipment of camels. Never came back. I mean, it could have been a storm, could have been something. He could be in some port city, but I've never found him. So I don't know.
But maybe he didn't leave on purpose and just something happened, and your family is very honorable. You don't
I
know.
mean, we're sailors, so
You're sailor?
yeah. I mean, I don't know about honor. We don't.
He kind of looks at Gretchen again. Sailor and a farmer and a guy with a weird mask?
Yeah, but they're all good people, though.
But we aren't allowed to talk to people like you.
Who told you that?
Dad and Mom.
Well, that's probably just because you're young. You'll be fine. As an adult, don't worry about it. You can talk to whoever you want. Have a drink, you'll feel better.
He opens the flask and takes a big swig because he's expecting water, and just starts choking. And like drops the flask, so there's like drink just spilling out. What? Now I'm really coughing.
You really went.
You really sold out on that.
Yeah.
Well done.
You'll get more used to it, kid.
That's not water.
Yep. So
Yep.
I think becoming an adult is probably when we realize our parents don't know everything. So
Yeah.
I think you're just about there.
Or your sisters don't know everything either.
Maybe I don't want to be an adult then. Does my
Maybe,
tutor
but-
still know everything at least?
They know quite a bit. They know more. They know a lot of information. A lot more than I do.
Why
Is
is
there
he
any-
singing about bodies and dolls?
Yeah, and at this point, the strong, muscly character is absolutely ripped to shreds by dolls. So, first fatality.
I don't think that's
It's-
supposed
Did
to
the dolls
be you,
just kill
Ra?
the guy?
I don't know.
Is that supposed to be you, Ra?
I have no idea at this point.
He just makes up stories. We just kind of go along with it.
Yeah, it's been interesting, but he's a good storyteller. So
Yeah, you know.
I don't know if I believe about dolls ripping somebody up. That's just weird.
It's
You
a story.
know,
You can believe what you want.
It's a story, so you can believe. Yeah, what Duncan said. If you ever do run into attacking dolls, make sure to smash them very hard, though.
Okay. I'll smash them very hard.
Che- So,
So, you said that you did
I
a
j-
bunch of stuff?
yeah, I did. I traveled to Lux.
Yeah. I go to Lux all the time.
Yep. And we found out about the attack there. And then we came back and we were in the castle the night that things happened. And I saw a cougar like this close to me.
In
It was
the castle?
friendly. Yes.
Why did
Yeah.
they have a cougar in the castle?
We have a friend that's a cougar trainer.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. She's feeling a little under the weather still, I think, after the we got real drunk last night. So I think she's still hungover and she's upstairs. Don't worry about it.
But I want to meet a cougar.
Maybe later.
Yeah. And yeah, we saved the queen, and then we tried to find out the people who let the soldiers into the castle. And
So are you like a soldier now?
no, I'd say a bit more like an investigator of sorts.
That sounds fun.
Yeah,
That sounds more fun than selling wine.
it does, and I think, well, the wine, I think, might pay a bit more sometimes. It is fun.
Maybe I can be an investigator since I can't be a wine seller now.
Oh, I think I mean, you maybe, or you could be. Ooh, you could be a diplomat, or
I don't think I can be a diplomat because I'm a bastard.
Do whatever you want, kid.
I think you can.
You should do whatever Jean does. He doesn't seem to do much of anything, and he's loaded.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
Oh.
John's got it figured out probably.
Yeah.
He just talks
Yeah.
all day. I don't know how they talk all day and they have so much money. How does that work?
You had family members who had money before you for several generations, and then you pass that money on, and you keep it, and you invest it. That's
Yeah,
it.
you give it to your actual kids.
Yes.
I never tried
But-
just being rich.
Yeah.
But
I missed that one on career day. Just to be rich.
At this point in the story, someone is torn to shreds by the ghouls.
oh,
Your friend has a kind of a scary song.
yeah. He was inspired by a very creepy island. Yeah.
How come he's wearing a mask? That's weird.
He has a really bad
Is he a
facial
leper?
deformity.
Talk to him directly. He's
He's
right
not
here.
a leper. He's got like these big burns on his face, and that's why he doesn't want to show
Oh, but
it.
that's cool.
Yeah.
He should show it.
Yeah, but people look at him funny. It's not.
Um,
So maybe.
and they look at him funny either way, and it's just easier for him, and he feels more comfortable showing his face like this.
Okay. Maybe I should get a mask too.
Maybe. Or a big fancy hat with a feather on the top.
But
I
that would
mean-
make people look at me more.
Yeah.
I don't want people to look at me more.
As I'm looking around, kind of look around and see if anybody's really peeking into our conversation.
Yeah, make a perception check.
Okay.
Are we not in the room? Or are we down in the tavern?
You're done at
Yeah.
the tavern.
Can I make somehow my first performance check to see how many people I've enthralled?
With your first draft? Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, and
15 for me.
Oh, sweet.
and then 10 for me.
Okay. So there are actually sort of a surprising number of people in the tavern for this time of day, but they are very much paying attention to Bard and not you at all. And Bard, you
Okay.
have a nice little gathering, especially for a morning sort of figuring things out. People are really into this crazy story of moving dolls and ghouls.
You know.
So Simon,
Yeah.
I did tell you I would tell you who your father was.
Is it really bad?
No,
Is he like a murderer or something?
and Gretchen's gonna get up close to his ear and say, Anthony Alfrey.
I don't know who that is.
I know. He's rich.
He's not a murderer?
No, he's a courtier.
Like at the palace?
Mhm.
How did Mom even meet him?
I'm not quite sure. I think it was sometime when after the family had bought the title and then was presented to court.
Does he have a bunch of other kids?
I don't know.
Does,
I'll find out.
does he know that he's my dad?
I think he does.
Does he want to be my dad? Because I don't think Dad wants to be my dad anymore.
I hope so.
Okay. He takes another drink, this time more cautiously, from the flask.
Okay.
There you go.
It's not very good.
Yeah. And I think let's stop drinking now. I think that's more than enough for today.
I don't think so. He
I
like holds
Here,
on
you
to
just
it.
gotta pace yourself. Here, hand it back.
He takes another drink and gives it back.
And then I'll take a drink and put it away.
Why do people like that?
it makes you feel lighter and more bubbly and social. And
Helps you forget about your problems for a while.
yep,
It's good stuff.
Uh-huh.
Your headache ensues the next day. You're young enough that that's not going to be.
Yeah, that's why I keep water with me.
so
So what do I do now?
keep being tutored. gain knowledge.
But I can't go home.
You can. Maybe I can convince Mother to introduce you to him, to Anthony Alfrey.
I don't know. He might not
I
like
don't
me.
know. True, but I like you, and I think other
Can
people
I
should
just stay
too.
with you then? You're not staying at home.
Yeah, but I'm not sure where I'm going to go.
Oh. Is he gonna leave again?
Yeah.
Okay. Guess I better go home then. And he stands up and walks to the door.
And Gretchen stands up and goes after him. Okay. Let's work together. I need to go apologize to our parents, even though one isn't really your parent.
Gret,
But
you want us to come along?
Maybe, yeah.
Cool.
I want the guy who sings the good songs to come because he's fun.
All right. Let's bring the whole gang.
And maybe if he sings a song, then Mom will be happier.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe he can spin it into a story, like a good story of some sort, and then it smooths everything over.
Well, Dad's gone, so I don't know how that'll
oh,
work.
he's gone?
Yeah. He left
Where
last night.
he left? Back to home?
I don't know, maybe. He didn't say. He just left.
Okay.
I didn't really know why until this morning, but now I know why.
Okay. Well, hopefully he's back.
I don't think so. He took most of his stuff.
Oh.
I told you he
Okay.
didn't want me anymore. So he left me.
He's probably just as shocked as you are about this.
And I don't think I can hope that maybe he died on a ship. I think he just left me.
Oh,
Maybe
maybe.
he's going to hang out with my dad, and they're just gonna go party somewhere.
Yeah, with the camels.
Sure.
Where's camels anyway?
Is that the kid asking me?
Yeah.
Oh, at least from what I know, the north of the mountains, up in the deserts up there, they ride them around.
That'd be interesting. Maybe we should go ride camels.
It's a ways away.
Yeah. And then we could do magic.
Sure, we could do magic. I want to ride a camel.
Okay. Simon, I have a question. Have you ever done anything that just like mended or like cleaned things off? And
I
it just felt
guess.
like it just...
Like, sometimes when Mom tells me I have to clean my room.
No. Like, you just, like, waved a hand and things just were removed or cleaned.
No, but that'd be really cool.
At this point in the story, the two remaining characters descend into the basement of the mansion. One of them lets a small globule of light drift into the ceiling, and the basement is impossibly large. It floats up 20, 30, 40 feet, and you can see the dim outline of some monstrous creature. The other, who did not have the light, shapeshifts into a massive cougar and charges the creature, while the magic user shoots out a bolt of lightning at the creature and it ripples across it. And that's as much of the story as I've got right now. I still need to finish that up.
Oh, that is impressive.
It's like a storybook.
Yeah, it really is. Yeah, it is.
Maybe I can turn into a cougar.
Yeah, maybe. You see enough plants.
Huh?
Yeah.
I like animals.
Yep. Yeah. Yep. Oh, you should meet. Yeah. Yeah, our friend Cal. She
She's
really
a cougar
likes
trainer?
animals.
I want to meet her.
Yes.
I want to meet a cougar.
Yeah. Yeah. I will make sure you meet her at some point. Okay.
Okay. Hey, person with the cool story, are you going to come with us?
Potentially, where are we going?
Oh my gas.
I went there once. Oh, you mean your home? Okay. Yes, sure. Me, my guitar, and follow along with everybody else.
Hey, cool person, story person, do you have a name?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Mine.
It's Bard.
Isn't that what you do?
That way people don't forget.
Why do you wear... No, I mean, they told me. Does it really... You have to wear a mask? Is it really better?
I was horrifically scarred as a child, and the mere sight of me will send women into a panic and nightmares that can have their pregnancies, their unborn children early.
That's really cool. I want to see.
Trust me, kid. You don't want to send women into a panic. You might not understand for a few years, but just don't worry about it. But yeah, anyway, so this is Bard the Bard. It's really easy to remember that way.
Okay.
Yes.
And you went with them and learned about the attack and did the things and saved the queen?
I did not, actually. But
We
I've
met-
heard stories about it.
We met him after. He's a great storyteller, though, and a good tracker.
Yep.
Maybe I could learn to track.
It's a
Ooh.
very useful skill.
Yeah.
And that would help me with my investigation.
Yes.
It would.
And if I could turn into a cougar, that would help me with my investigation too.
Definitely. Although I will
That's
say
true.
there are some things that you don't always want to find out. But anyway, to your house.
Yeah, there are things you don't want to find out.
Dude, if you want to learn how to sail, I can teach you too. There's not much sailing up here, but
I don't
is your
know if
house
I
near
wanna
the
learn how to
coast?
sail.
Gred, is your house like not this, but you're like your place?
It's more on the it's
No, we have a
it's on
farm.
the mountains. Yeah, it's on the farm, close to the mountains.
Okay. Yeah, sailing is the best. So
But
you
sailors
wanna
are
do
so
that.
dirty.
I
I
fair
mean,
enough.
you're not, but most sailors are really dirty.
I'm probably cleaner than most, yeah. but they can be, yeah, little foul mouthed, a little dirty, but there's some good ones.
I think I want to be an investigator who can track and turn into a cougar and stuff like that. That sounds more fun.
Bard is furiously scribbling notes.
Yeah, and shoot lightning goblins from your hand.
No, that's just its story.
Yes,
Yes.
but fast stories are based in fact.
Okay, I can shoot lightning too.
Okay.
But how could you shoot lightning when you were a cougar? Maybe from your paw. You could raise your paw up and then the lightning
Yeah.
would come out. That'd be cool. I could do that.
More notes.
Or ooh, yeah.
So eventually you guys make it back to Gretchen's apartment. And Simon is in a much better mood by now. He's been talking about all the things he could do with his investigative future for like 5 minutes.
Yes.
And it's like, oh yes, you could do that. Oh yes, or this.
And he just goes in without even like thinking about it. You know, he just opens the door and walks in. Hey Mom, I'm going to be an investigator. I decided. And she comes running out of the back room and just runs over to him and grabs him. Simon, where did you go? You can't just leave without talking to us. You know that. I was so worried. Gretchen. You're home.
Hi.
Well, nice of you to come back now.
Not really, but
She glances around. Who are your friends?
That's Duncan the farmer, Ra the sailor, Bard the bard.
Well, you've certainly collected an odd assortment.
And
Come
then,
in.
Yeah.
And she backs away from the door. Where have you been? And where did your camera go? Nope, it's not just me.
It's
Did we
not.
lose her? Oh, nope, she's still there.
And suddenly Gretchen just disappears.
Gretchen
And
disappears
everybody-
in shame.
I was
To
having
visualize
such
what
a
her mother did to her.
comfortable time. I was having a ball.
This is how her mother
Why
feels about her
aren't
right
you
now.
working? Please work. Oh my gosh.
Drake, did you pee somewhere? I've got one cat who apparently has a urinary tract infection now because she's really not doing well. And another cat who still pees everywhere, so...
Oh,
My house is just a urine problem.
okay.
Oh, hey, I finally figured out Twitch while we were sitting here. So that's something.
Hey.
I finally got rid of the spam in the chat that's been there for like an hour. They changed everything. It's been so long since I streamed.
Yep, me too.
Uh-oh. Is she gone then?
Brooke.
Apparently. Well, maybe we should take a brief break while technical difficulties get sorted out.
Yep.
Since we can't really go on without the person the whole scene is about. So we'll be back in a few minutes, guys. And I don't have a timeout screen actually, so I should probably get one. I know, I'll just go to this screen with all the random names. That looks really stupid, but you know what? So it is. I'll even put in, be right back. Okay, we'll be right back, guys. So, yeah, that's the thing. And we're back, I think. Try talking, guys. Make sure we're back.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yes, I see you. I see the green moving. We have Elizabeth back. Yay.
Yay! With a mo. Oh, hi. Yeah.
With a very happy cat. Or something.
Happy cat. Yes. A very happy cat.
A cat that very much wants to be happy? I don't know.
A cat that would like to go out and then prowl the night. Yeah, that's a cat. Yeah. The tummy rubs are okay. Yeah.
Okay. I'm trying to remember. Oh yeah, your mom's mad at you. I remember.
Well, no shit.
some people just can't take a joke.
Some people just don't want to be outed for their affairs of the past. Jeez.
Gosh. Oh, you know. Gosh. Okay.
Okay. So she invited you all in, sort of. And once you all get in, Simon sort of, obviously it's like super tense atmosphere in the room. Simon looks over and, so Mom, that guy, Bard, he tells a really good story about dolls that kill people and ghouls that kill people and a monster and somebody who turns into a cougar. And like there's no response. And that guy, and he points at you, Ra, he is a sailor. Gretchen said that. And he had a dad who left him when he was my age. And so that's a thing. And I don't really know anything about Duncan. Except he's here. And Gretchen saved the queen. And your mom, Gretchen, just looks at you and like her eyebrow goes up.
Yes.
Kid's not wrong about all of that. So,
So where have you been? Also, we can hear your breathing really well.
Mine?
Yes.
Can you also hear... Sorry. Can you also hear the cat in the background?
nope, just the wind tunnel.
Just
that
the
is
wind
you.
tunnel.
Just the wind tunnel of me. Sorry. I know I hate it when I do that. I'm like, I haven't been here for that long.
You said you were going
was
to your
on-
brother. You did not.
Did not.
You left your fiance without a word.
Mm-hmm. And
And I'm sure you've heard what had happened.
Yes, I have.
So how are you going to explain yourself?
I don't think there's really a way for me to explain myself that won't make you angry.
I raised you to be responsible.
Mm-hmm.
For yourself, for your family.
For society. An opportunity arose where we could save the country by providing my time and my resourcefulness. I was in Lux, and we found out some information about what was going to happen to the castle. And then I helped save the queen.
And didn't feel the need at any point to explain your actions to the man you were meant to marry.
No.
Who you knew was holding secrets over our family.
I know.
Bard scoots to the back and is furiously writing all of this down.
God! I know.
Simon sort of sneaks over and starts looking over your shoulder.
I shift so that he can see.
Yeah, I know.
It was all pretty hush-hush. I mean, we believed that there was somebody in town that was conspiring against the queen, so
Yeah,
we were
we
told to not say
somebody
anything.
in this town conspiring against the queen.
So you should understand if you know all that.
Of course not. My daughter, who was engaged to a prominent merchant family, a man who held secrets over our family's head, left without a word, came back, and all I got was, "I'm back." No explanation. Nothing to him.
Nope.
And now our family is ruined.
I mean, it sounds like this guy's a dick, and he probably would have done it at some point anyway, though.
Perhaps, but now he has. Your father left last night. I don't know if he's coming back. We were not invited to go home with him.
Oh.
Your brother is
Okay.
heartbroken.
Actually, her brother's pretty excited about being an investigator.
Yeah, Lightning Cougar investigator.
Simon is a wine merchant.
Yes, he could have been a great wine merchant, but no.
Now, we don't have a title. I'm living on, I don't know, the generosity of your father. I don't know if the apartment's going away. I don't know what we'll live on.
Sounds like you need a Lightning Cougar investigator now more than ever.
I don't understand your friends.
I mean, what we did was really a big deal, I think, because we kind of kept all the royalty, and probably a lot of other people, we stopped them from being killed both directly and indirectly. So there's probably some favors that could be pulled.
Yeah.
And that somehow makes up for everything?
Well, what's the alternative? The alternative would have been, the Syrianian army running the capital.
Or
Death
Gretchen
everywhere.
simply
That
telling
seems
somebody.
far less favorable.
All she had to do was say a word to her fiancé. One word. And
No.
we can still hear your breath really well.
Gosh, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
It's a storm
no.
brewing. You can hear it.
Ah,
The windows
Maybe
are
I just
rattling.
okay. Yeah, there's a storm outside, and it's just in here. I
Sorry.
More breath.
Broke the mood.
You know, it's the Gretchen's just exasperated breathing, like trying to like come up with things to say. Not that Elizabeth is just like over here. Tell him no, and then. But you wouldn't have approved of that either.
Was that your plan? Were you running away from him?
Yes and no.
What was your plan then?
My plan was.
What did you expect this to bring about?
I expected to get some clarity on whether I really wanted to marry George.
It has very little to do with want.
I needed to marry George.
I lean over to Duncan and I'm just like, quietly, I say, rich people are so confusing.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
I just shake my head because, yeah, I don't get any of this either.
Why is it resting all in my head that I have to be married off to? Why was it resting on my head that I
Because
had to be married
you're
off? Only
my daughter. You're the daughter. You're your father's daughter. This is what it is. Do you think I wanted to marry your father?
I didn't know if you did.
Do you think your brother's going to want to marry whomever gets chosen for him? It's not Halloween anymore. I don't know why that came back. Sorry. Twitch thing.
Can't he have a choice in who he wants to marry?
Simon can. Yes.
Not.
Matthias, probably not. If he gets lucky and chooses a woman who's suitable, yes, but the chances of that are very low. You know how it is. You were raised with this.
I know. But I want to be more than just a wife.
And you can be. You will be. You would have been.
Something inside of me is going to spin into high gear or some sort of gear, and I'm going to cast Charm Person on the mom.
Okay. What is her save?
It's a wisdom save, and she has to beat 14.
She does not.
So she is friendly to us now.
Oh, to all of you, not just you?
I think it's just you. Right? Or is it everybody,
Let me look it up.
Everyone and your friends.
Oh.
It's just him.
Yeah.
I think. Based on the spell text.
Yeah.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah, she sort of looks over and sees you and Simon sort of conspiring over a notebook, and there's a little bit of a smile for you and Simon. But then she goes back to Gretchen.
know this is the way I was raised, but
It wasn't a punishment, Gretchen. It wasn't meant to be a punishment. You were marrying a powerful, influential man. You would
yes.
have had a great deal of power in your own right.
But
Or
after saving the
creating...
queen, doesn't she have even more power now?
I don't know. Maybe.
Then is her doing all of this really that bad?
Yeah. And if it makes you feel any better, Jean did offer us titles for our help. You just didn't need them at the time. Sounds like you might now.
Yeah. And was it really good of us to be really linked to a merchant who sets people up for treason?
I don't know. I know that it would have created a powerful trade dynasty.
Mm-hmm.
I know that you would have been a very wealthy woman,
Yes.
able to do anything you wanted. Your brother, Simon, would have had all the privileges that he could have had. That I don't know what he will have now. We can hope for the generosity of your father, Matthias, at some point.
Did father not know?
He knew, but he didn't want to know.
Have you talked to Simon's father?
No. We haven't spoken in many years.
Could you talk to him for Simon?
I could try. We didn't leave on pleasant terms.
Oh.
I went back to your father. He wasn't
Well, yeah.
happy. After you discovered us, I realized what I was doing and the damage I was doing to my family.
Mm-hmm.
And I left. Or I had him leave.
Oh.
And that was the end of it.
Well, I don't know what to do now.
She should follow her dreams, don't you, Gretchen's mom?
Yeah, seems like you're like, yes, it's not maybe as good as you thought, but you're not as bound to one fate anymore as you would have been, right? I mean, like,
Yeah.
Gretchen, I don't know if you've seen her, but she can clearly do anything she wants. And I bet this kid can too, so.
What is it that she wants? What are your dreams?
that my dream was to be an influential wife. But then I realized I just want to be an influential woman.
And how
By
do you plan
myself.
to achieve that?
With a little bit of phosphorus and time, I think I can do it. I have gained some knowledge that should help me. It's almost, you know, you know, do you remember those old stories about folk? Grandfather folk?
Very vague.
Well, remember the stories about that he had heard from his childhood of his grandfather doing it was like magic or something like that. But
Yes,
he
of course,
had
children's
influence.
stories.
Yeah, he had influence, right? He was able to convince people of things that he needed and wanted, and that's how we, got the farm, supposedly.
Supposedly. You know that's just a tale, Gretchen.
There's some truth to it, though.
Yes, that your great-grandfather was a very good businessman.
Hmm. And I realized I have those skills. And
Of course you do. You've
I-
always been very good at influencing people. There's never a
Yes.
question.
but I can do it a bit more. I don't know. I can just do it a little bit more than I ever thought I could.
Well, you've certainly collected a very loyal group of friends, it seems.
Hmm. And yes, and I have. And I've also lost a few friends recently.
How so?
I lost a friend to the Syrian army. Well, two.
I'm very
And
sorry to
so,
hear that.
and I thought it would just be. I thought I'd only lose, Nicholas in my life to them. But it's been more.
This is the cost of war. We've all lost so much. But I am very sorry to hear that.
But I.
She got all wrapped around my headphones.
Oh goodness.
Oh, no, you could have just stayed there and then you wouldn't have gotten wrapped around him again, Cat Cat.
But, Mother, I just want to go out and pursue what I want to pursue and be me before I choose to marry. That's my dream.
Why not tell us that earlier?
You wouldn't have heard me anyways.
Perhaps not, but
There
you
was-
could have tried. I do want your happiness, Gretchen.
Yes?
Your father also wants your happiness in his own way.
Sure. I just know you wouldn't have heard me. And I don't... And now with everything that's gone on, it shouldn't matter. It'll blow over in a year or two.
It will.
But
And
I
where
know the
will
damage
Simon
is
and I be?
done. Yeah, I don't know.
Hey, maybe we just get a bunch of dirt on this asshole ex boyfriend of yours, and I don't know what rich people do. Bury him with it, as it were.
Sounds like as good an idea as any to me.
Yeah. I mean,
It wouldn't change anything.
It might
But it
feel
would
good.
shift the focus.
It doesn't matter what the focus is at this point.
but if it's something big enough, it could be construed that he was trying to hide his tracks by throwing us under the bus. Or under the cart. In front of the horse.
Oh,
Simon, still sort of, hanging out with Bard, pipes up. I could investigate and see what I could learn about him.
Hey, did he ever deal with silk trading at all, by chance?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay, just checking. Don't worry about it.
Well, I mean, it would be... We could find out. We could find out. Yep. Well, I don't know what else to say here. And I don't know if you really want me in this household.
Gretchen, you are always welcome. It is your house.
Yes, but... Yes.
And your friends, of course, are also always welcome.
But do you think I should view some space after I've just ruined our lives in multiple ways.
just different.
Gretchen, yes, I am angry. Yes, I am hurt. But I also care about you. You are my daughter. You are my only living daughter.
That's true.
And nothing will change that.
Okay. And you still love Simon, right?
Of course I love Simon.
Okay,
Simon has always been my joy.
Okay. Good. I've been... I don't know what to do now. I do know.
Pursue your dreams, it seems.
Yeah.
Unless you wish to attempt to make amends. But it doesn't sound like you do.
No. No,
And at
I
this
don't.
point, unless that is your dream, I don't think I would recommend doing so.
Okay.
I don't particularly like that man.
I didn't particularly like him either.
I don't know how to help you, Gretchen. I know how to do what I've been doing. I don't know how to support you in being whatever it is you're looking for.
I think you just need to let me do what I need to do, and I'll know that you love me, and that's all.
Of course.
Yeah, I do need to change all of these dresses. I need to at least get one of my older dresses.
They are yours.
Okay. Do you know if my great grandfather left anything behind?
The vineyard?
Besides, the vineyard. Okay. But any other effects that he purported to say that helped him?
Not that I'm aware of. That
Okay.
would be more a question for your father.
Okay.
And if there were, I'm sure there are, heirlooms. I don't have any of them.
Okay. All right.
And despite everything, you still have the legitimacy that Simon and I now lack. Don't be afraid to use it.
Okay.
I made it very clear to your father. You are his. As is Matthias, as were the others. There's no question about that, and he knows that. Had he known you were in town, I don't know, he probably still would have left the way he did. But
Okay.
you are one of his heirs. You have the rights to the title.
Okay.
As do you, Simon, until unless, because I hope he won't, he actively disinherits you. And Simon sort of just stands there and hides a little bit behind you, Bard.
Hey, don't worry, kid. That just means you're free to do whatever you want.
But that's who I am.
Nah, who you are won't change. Don't worry about it.
Unless you want it to. I mean, you don't have to be what you were made to be. Like that's your choice.
Yeah, let's go make this George walk the plank. We don't really
I'm down for that.
y'all want to hear a secret? We don't actually make them walk the plank. We just chuck them overboard if we need to.
Burn rate
That's
system.
not fun, though.
Yeah. There's a couple of stories about it. Maybe they did it at one point, but yeah, you just chuck them over and leave them. So,
Do you
or if
tie
you're
them up?
I mean, maybe if they're a good swimmer, maybe. But when you're out at sea, good
Yeah, it
luck.
doesn't matter.
So, yeah, and if you're real mad at someone, you just keel haul them, and then that's not good.
What's that?
I don't know what that is. That sounds terrible.
Yes.
We'll talk about it later. That's
Okay.
yeah. Hey, Gretchen, what was different topic? What was Jean's uncle's name?
Oh, I do know that. Hang on that. Oh gosh.
In game time, it'll
Jean
probably
who?
be quick.
Oh yes, Mom. Jean de Lassac.
Oh, his uncle is Olivier de Lansac.
Yeah, that.
Yeah.
Unless you're speaking of another less known uncle, which
No, it's
I'm
probably
sure
that
there
one.
are many.
The important one.
Yes, the advisor. His father's also an advisor. Bartolome.
Perfect.
Yes.
Hey, Bard, can I borrow your pen? Pencil?
Yeah, of
I don't know
course.
what you're writing with.
Yeah, I imagine it's something not ink, but yeah.
Rod's going to sit down and scribble on the piece of paper he's been given that he didn't tell anyone about, and write a note.
That says?
I'll paste it in chat so you can get the full effect. But it'll say Olivier, as best as he can spell it, de Lansac does silk trade through, spelled Threw, Osborne, normally, with only one L and normally. And any new silk would be very suspect right now, with the word crossed out. Finding out more. Because Ra is great at words.
Oh my gosh.
Yes. Yeah. The. Yeah. Well, Mother, I think we'll be going, and I will write to you, and I'll be back soon.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, we will miss you. You are welcome to stay.
Okay. I just don't know where. Well, except for Duncan, he has a family farm outside of town.
It is an interesting group you've managed to find.
It is almost. It's interesting how fate has brought us all together.
Indeed. Well, best of luck.
Right. Best of luck to you too, Mother. I'll write soon.
Thank you.
And okay. Yep. And she picks up a couple dresses and
After grabbing some change of clothes.
couple changes of clothes, you know. Oh, and
Okay.
a fresh set of the those pretty pearls that you stick in your hair.
Oh, okay. Sure.
Yeah.
The other one was
You know.
getting so dirty.
Oh yes. Okay.
Shall we go?
Yeah,
Yeah. Let's head back to the room. Maybe Cal's made it back there by now.
hopefully. Hmm. Maybe I should just ask for a title for Simon.
Sure. I mean, if I had a title, I wouldn't even know what to do with it. So
Yeah,
Maybe
but
I'd say gold seems to put food on the table better than the title, but everyone I know with the title has no problem putting food on the table. So
true.
I don't know how that works.
I really don't get rich people. You think your mom would be happy to be able to go where the current takes her now?
But she's used to living a particular lifestyle. And I feel I'm very exasperated today. She's used to living a particular lifestyle, and there are rules, money, and power related to it. I don't know. I don't know what to do.
Let's just do the next thing and maybe ruin this ex of yours while we're at it.
Yeah, that sounds good. I think that would be a good plan. I would enjoy that, and if we were to run into him, I shall change my appearance. Yeah.
Should we go somewhere to run into him on purpose?
No. We should not.
Like just show up at his house with you in disguise and then see if we can talk to him and find all of his details, because that'll totally work.
It's the silk traders.
So you're looking
Cage if he actually knew anything about it.
So you're looking for silk.
Yeah.
Maybe we could disguise ourselves and see if we could ask some questions about maybe silk to him. I know where he does business, so and who knows?
I mean, or you could go pretend like you're going to apologize and see if he'll give us any details.
Yes, I could do that.
Maybe in the
Yeah.
meantime, we start writing a song about how George is full of crap.
Oh, I am so far ahead of you.
Cool.
Oh, are you that that he was threatening the family? Are you entering that into your thing?
Oh, it will be magnificent. Don't worry.
Okay. Okay. I can't wait to hear that one. Mm, okay. I think I'm going to just go.
In fact, as we're walking back, I'll pull my guitar out and start just like kind of plucking at and start playing. So if you remember the Disney Robin Hood with the foxes, he'll start playing from that the song about he'll be known as John the Worst, except replace John with George. And so he'll just be doing that.
Oh gosh.
Sorry, my kids just watched it the other day, so it's fresh in my mind.
Okay. Okay. Hey, that's good. Ugh.
I think we've got a plan. It feels like we have a lot to do in town here. Should we... I know we wanted to see if we could take Andriel back to his people, but we don't know where they're at. Maybe carting a body around the whole continent is not a great plan.
True. And maybe we could find some information about where they maybe we could see if we could find some information here before we go out and try to find them
Yeah.
as well.
Should we see about putting him to rest here then?
Well, I think we could cremate him, and then when we're ready, we could take him with.
That would be a lot easier to carry, huh?
Yes, that would. Yeah, it would be far lighter.
Yeah,
Probably smell better too.
much.
That too.
Yeah. Okay. That makes more sense.
Okay. Let's yeah. Yeah.
So what's the plan? What are you guys gonna do?
Oh my gosh. Oh. Gretchen's wiped out. She is ready to go back to the inn and the tavern and just crash.
It's like 1 p.m. or something.
It's like barely
Yeah.
afternoon.
I know, but she's like, it was just so exhausting to do that, to be in that situation that she's just like, I just need to go and rest.
The only thing anyone might notice is that Ra is occasionally checking that piece of paper in his pocket that he wrote on earlier every couple minutes.
Okay. After a while, your words disappear. And the words keep looking show up.
Okay. I'll stop checking after that.
Okay.
Okay.
What if we don't delay taking care of our fallen comrade? Because I feel like we should probably do that sooner than later.
I agree.
Yeah. I agree. And then,
We worry about potentially desecrating the body with fire and their reaction, since we don't know the customs over there. But I think we could do it to transport it and then just bring them news and maybe be like, oh yeah, and by the way, once we find more about their culture, if they're even able to be found. I don't want
Yeah.
to cart around a stinky corpse, especially when we don't actually know where we're going. We just have a vague general direction.
Yeah. I mean,
Right.
he joined us over by Lux, right? And said it was kind
Yeah,
of close to the
he
door.
said it was up in the mountains from Lux. Yeah,
So that
heading
maybe
toward the
narrows it.
wastes.
Yeah, maybe narrows it down a little, but even getting 2 Lux would be pretty stinky by then. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree. We should. Jean said that he would arrange transport for us.
And if we go out that way, I will have to. We could stop by my family home, and I could have another really great, awkward conversation about this.
yeah, that sounds like it'll be a great time.
Oh, and wonderful, if not fantastic.
Something about your grandpa. Well, you said talk to your dad about it.
Yeah, there's just been some. There was all these old stories that my grandfather told that my great grandfather seemed to influence people far better than anyone else could. It was almost that it was almost as if he could do magic. And I've just always wondered if that was, well, after what's happened recently, I'm starting to wonder if that was actually true or not.
Yeah, like if you could make dolls fly around.
Yeah,
Cool. Hopefully not that, but maybe.
I hope not. But yeah. Yeah. So, yeah.
So, where you go?
I guess let's head to the palace and see if we can find where our old friend is. And who we got to talk to about getting stuff done.
Okay. So, you go to the palace, and some of the guards recognize you at this point. So, you're let in without any particular issue. They do sort of give Bard a once over because he's new. But they trust you guys enough at this point to trust whomever's with you. So they bring you in. If you ask for his body, it was specifically put, like, specifically aside so that you guys would be able to find it. And so you're led to one of the little chapels where there are, you can tell by just looking at this sort of chapel that there are a number less bodies than there were at one point in here. Like there's, sort of some dried blood splotches and various things around the room. But you do see his body, like, laying on one of the little altars that they've sort of set up for bodies. And all of his gear is intact, as far as you can see.
Ra's going to approach and do a more thorough version of what he did for some folks that died before, where he has a little bit of like ritual around like the body, and he's like saying some prayers, which are kind of mumbly because he's doing it quiet, but it's like if people are listening, it'll be he'll be saying stuff about like, you know, the lady in Rivers of Life and such and this and that, and like kind of doing some stuff and just ignoring what everyone else is doing while he does this.
Okay.
Bard would actually possibly check out the body. Like, he hasn't seen a lot of dead people, and so he just like, you know, as Ra is doing his stuff, he kind of goes up and without like any filter, just kind of like looks over the body and just kind of like examines it because he's never really seen one.
Okay. Well, you know what Bard sees better than anybody else knows what Bard sees.
Goodness.
Do you have any issue with that, Raw, while you're doing your rites?
No, as long as he doesn't get in my way.
Yeah, and I probably, but yeah, it's like no real decorum. Like, it's still very strange to him.
Okay. So, Andrel's rites being completed eventually, and Bard getting a look at a dead person. There are a couple other dead, probably guards or soldiers in the room as well, if you want to look at them while you're at it.
He probably will just kind of like putz around to the others and just kind of like it's all very strange, and especially since like they had encountered the skeletons, which was a very different thing than these guys.
Fresh bodies, right.
Yeah, we should probably talk to someone and let them know that we're ready to cremate his body. And,
Is there
you know,
anyone running that little mortuary area?
No, there's nobody in there. It's empty. Like, they brought you to the door, but you could easily find like somebody. There's people, you know, all around.
We should probably gather his stuff in case, like, I mean, the outfit he had, they probably don't care about, but if we're gonna go back to his people, we should probably take all his stuff with us.
Agree.
Yeah. And
Okay.
his weird little hat. So.
Yeah.
So what all do they take off of his... I feel like we've done this before. What all do they take off of his body?
I need to look.
We took just his like sword before, right? Yeah.
Well,
I think
he'd given Ra his sword before things happened, because he wouldn't. He'd be out of place with it in the palace. But as far as his other stuff, I've got hat, probably some old grungy clothes.
So I had a pair of thieves' tools.
Ooh, now you've got two.
A burglar's pack, 20 arrows, 4 gold, 2 daggers. I think I had said 20 kunai, so like 20 throwing stars. An extra short sword. And I think that was about it. He didn't really have a lot.
Yeah. It was just mostly weapons.
Were there any like personal effects or anything, like personal trinkets or anything?
It was just the sword, really.
Okay. Is the second short sword just like a plain one?
Yeah, it's still very clearly like elven, but nothing special. I don't know if you guys ever saw it because it was a fun thing that I had put in, but he did have a silver dragon tattoo that started on his left wrist and ran up his arm and ended with the head on his chest. So I guess Bard saw that if no one else did.
If Ra saw that while he was doing stuff, included, like placing his hands and stuff, I would I would have checked it out.
Cool new tattoo.
Yeah, that was all the stuff that he had.
Gosh.
So you don't learn much from his stuff.
But we can bundle it up and
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, you get it all sort of separated from his body, find somebody to talk to about cremating the body. And you find that they actually have pyres going sort of behind the castle, between the castle and the river. And so you are, told you can bring the body down and it will be cremated with all the ceremony they're giving everybody else.
Great.
So you take Angel's body to a funeral pyre and carefully set it down, and they light it up, and you stand back and presumably watch him burn. And that is where we will end for today. On the true death, there will be no resurrection of your once friend Andrel
Yeah, no.
/ John.
Elric's still out in the open.
Elric's still out there. Who knows what's going on with Elric?
Yep. Who knows?
Or Elric's maybe still out there. Who knows what's going on with Elric?
Yeah.
I mean, if we tried to keep Andrew's body around, it would have been some time probably before we figured out how to bring him back.
I'm not saying that was the wrong decision, just that that's a decision that was made.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well,
you
yeah.
probably don't even know that there is an option of ever resurrecting him. So, yeah.
Right. No, we don't.
Yeah, that was a perfectly fair decision. All right. Well, it is 3, so I think it's probably time for us to say our goodbyes to the world of the Twitch land and podcast listeners when you listen to this. So let's just remind everybody who we are, where they can find us, anything else you want to shout out or talk about, starting with Stuart.
I'm Stuart. I play Raw. You can find me at Nacho Botulism on Twitch, and maybe eventually I'll have other social medias. So, yeah.
And Chris.
I'm Chris, and you can find me on Twitter at Chris_Vowel, and I play Bard the Bard.
Elizabeth.
Hi, I'm Elizabeth. I play Gretchen, and you can find me at Lizard Alchemy on Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram. And then you can also follow the channel Instagram, because that's obviously where it's getting up any updates at Illusion and Intrigue. Also same for Twitter, if I ever update in there.
You should just do the Instagram post to update to Twitter also.
Oh, hey, that would be a wise idea.
Just 2 in 1. Just, thoughts. Go ahead, Josh.
Duncan, I need to figure out my Twitch because I haven't been on since the last time we streamed a D&D campaign quite some time ago. I'm at Social Circus there, but you can also hit me up on Twitter at BoyGloyd.
All right. And I am Kara. I have been your Dungeon Master. And you can find me almost everywhere at Rain Midnight, unless you go to Twitter, in which case it's Rain_Midnight. None of you saw my beautiful dice, but if you saw my dice and like them, here's some dice that are all going to fall out because I only have one hand. You can also check those out through my Instagram, or any social media site has a link to my Etsy shop and so forth. So yeah, go check them out. Rain Midnight Dice. And I think that's everything. So thanks for hanging out and being here and listening to our crazy story and Gretchen's extreme family drama.
Oh, gosh.
And we will see you next week. So, bye.
Everyone.